Mrs. Play.
Yes.
I need you to go back. I need you to go back to about 2018, I think it was. We went to PAX.
We did go to PAX in 2018.
We went and sat in on a lovely...
2017.
Maybe? Okay.
Yeah.
We sat in on a lovely panel.
We did.
From a publishing company called Boss Fight Books. They do books about people's experiences with video games. I have one on Chrono Trigger. I just ordered one yesterday on Silent Hill 2. And it's kind of like a literary criticism about somebody's life and how it was impacted by a game. And then it also breaks down different storytelling elements within the game. But we met a lovely gentleman there by the name of Cameron. Not on social media.
Cameron was one of the panelists.
He was one of the panelists for that company. And we were talking about...
we met him afterwards.
Yep.
Because Mr. Play was like, oh my god, I have so much excitement.
And I was talking to them about authorial intent, and they brought up the conversation of sometimes games, especially if you're new, and this channel was really a way for
which was me,
for you and I to connect on different games. And he talked about the learning curve in games and how, like, me growing up with it, for me, like, picking this up is nothing, but you... the
learning curve is a bit steeper. I did not grow up with games. Like, we had a GameCube when I was in middle school, but didn't have many games, didn't spend a lot of time on it. And, I mean, there are certain, like, mechanics that translate well from game to game, or even just, like, the puzzle solving and traversal and stuff. You're like, no, obviously, we should be looking over here. This is how you solve the puzzle, or... this is how you defeat the boss. Like, you have to go in, or no, we have to stay back. Nope, there's a rule of 3.
Yep.
and those tricks. That when you just, like, play more games and grow up with it, it's more like, no, obviously there's a method. Whereas I'm, like, forcing the square peg into the round hole. I'm like, no, I don't want to use this new ability. I'm not good at it yet. I want to use another ability. Like, no, we're at the part of the game where you have to use the new ability.
But also, like 2-3 years ago, maybe 4 now, you played a game called Journey.
I did play Journey.
And when we were...
It was the first game I actually completed.
It was. I mean, I had a huge blow up on that one, like a huge pop-off almost. And I was explaining that to Cameron, and he was like, well, you should check out this game called Abzu, which is similar. It's just like an underwater portion of it. And so that's what we are... That's why I chose this game. They have a new game coming out, and I'm halfway expecting you to be like, oh, this looks pretty, I'm doing this one. But it's still cel-shaded, it's very artistic, and it is just a journey, and I guess this story-like journey is going to be one that is what you make of it.
And we're going deeper. Through the schools. And the jellies. Deep into the abyss.
What was it? What did he say? Dueling with the jellies.
Now it looks like space.
It does. I do.
But that's intentional.
I do that all the time. Because I talked about that in my favorite area in Monster Hunter World.
Oh, so you're a human, and you somehow became unconscious in these semi-shallow waters. You are not necessarily a human. You are sentient. Cool. The shore is far, far away. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so how old is this game then? You did a somersault.
Oh, okay. This game is... You'd actually have to look it up. I do not know. I think it was like 2000.
2000 something?
Yeah. Yeah. Abzu.
Thank you. I was like, initially released as a digital title in August 2016.
Oh.
A retail version for consoles was released in January 2017. So yeah, we probably went to PAX probably in 2017, because that was like a February, March time frame.
It was.
When we went. Because we went up to Boston. It was both of us, our first time in Boston. Grouper. I don't know fish either, you guys. And it's a big ass fish. If it wasn't for the aquariums, I would never have seen the fish. Oh, you can hang on.
I can.
You're going through a kelp forest. And it was snowing, and it was cold.
It was.
It was also my first convention, so like my very first.
It was your very first con, wasn't it?
Yeah, my very first con was PAX East.
So it plays like a flight simulator.
That makes sense.
I was struggling.
Do you mean like with like the little joystick thing, or like what do you mean?
Yeah. So the
breach. Well done.
So the joystick, like you hit.
It's opposite.
Yeah, it's inverted.
Also.
Oh wow, I cannot Okay,
What?
there we go. Can I?
What?
I was looking. Nope, I cannot. Okay, I have to swim.
Mm-hmm.
So it's also, for instance, the up is down, down is up, just like it would be in a flight simulator. And because I'm not flying, it's a little disorienting. Of what's actually like going on. Not in a bad way, but definitely like, oh hey, what's this?
I like that you're just free diving and nothing's like, get back up to the surface. Oh, now you can go faster. Perfect.
I think it's a drone.
I thought it was gonna be one of those like powered snorkel things.
Oh, like yeah, we did that in. Oh, look at the crab.
Like when we were at the Bahamas. Yeah.
But it's also when you play games, R2 typically is acceleration, and so R2 is actually how I am powering through all of this. So that's what's like having me kick, and then I can boost with X. Because at first I was like hitting X, like, am I not hitting X enough? Is that what like isn't causing this?
Square.
Trumpetfish.
I've seen you in aquariums before too. I hope there's a whale shark. That'd be cool.
I know there's probably a killer whale by some fan art.
Okay. Turn on. Woot woot. What is their purpose?
No idea.
Okay.
Sorry guys, it's gonna take me a couple moments to get used to doing the camera. Like that's leopard shark.
Heck yeah.
There were like the giant whale sharks at the end of Journey.
Yes. They were like sky whale sharks.
God, it's so peaceful.
Isn't it nice to not have something like actively trying to kill and terrorize you?
Actually, yes, it is.
He's like, it's a gate.
It is.
It's a gate o coral.
They're like, buddy.
Charge! Go up. See, you just like dissolved the coral.
Yeah, I was hoping to be like a small hole or something like that, but nope. You know what we remind me of? Do you remember I was watching the anime Durarara?
Nope. That doesn't even sound like a real word. That's a cool shark.
That was a cool shark. There was a the Grim Reaper is in that, and it's a female, and she rides a motorcycle that when she revs it sounds like a horse because she's the Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
And she lost her head because of like the
and
she had like the cat-eared helmet.
Tracking.
That's what, like, when I look at this from the back and I'm like a little bit from the front, I'm like, oh, Zelty is her name.
I forgot the name of that anime. I'm like, when you said like that sounds like something you've talked to me about before.
Yes.
I can't think of what it is. It's a nautilus, a chambered nautilus.
Great poem.
A respectable mollusk.
I guess I now am the chambered nautilus.
Yep.
I love the streamlines off the back of you too.
Mm-hmm. Do you get to feel fast?
Yeah, I love. So cell shading allows this, like, even though it's polygonal, this game is going to look gorgeous till the end of time. Because it's just a nice, artistic, bright, vibrant colors. If there's any, like, imperfections in the actual, like, world, the colors will hide it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
like, we entered some dark waters.
I was like, I was a little confused for a second.
Hello. Was ist das? It's a whirlpool. Cool. You're obviously from a different planet. And you're traversing